Hello, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Today we've got a game between Hero and Light here on Circuit Breakers. Got this replay up at Team Liquid as usual. And let's get right on into it. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the white Terran player. His name is Light. And in the top left-hand corner, his opponent, the teal-green-ish. I always struggle with this color. It's the Zerg player, Hero. All right, so Hero versus Light coming at you on Circuit Breakers. Wonderful, wonderful opponents. Should be exceptionally well matched today. Both players' APM is over 400. Light is flirting with the 500 level, as is Hero. It's actually incredible how similar their APM is right now. APM are, actions per minute are. Yeah, I think we're gonna roll with that one. All right, so welcome back for yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War as cast by Falcon Paladin. Thanks to all the new subscribers, all the views that I've gotten from you guys over the last weeks and months. I just really appreciate the support. I understand you guys really want this stuff, which is why I bumped up the frequency of these casts to 2 times a week instead of just 1 time a week. So hopefully we should be having a wonderful experience watching the StarCraft Remastered, watching some of these older games cast in the Remastered client where it's a little bit shinier, a little bit nicer, just a little bit, but we still have the old gameplay and the old styles and the old weird eccentricities that Brood War has that everybody knows and loves so very, very much. Now, this is a big map, so I am not going to be surprised at all if we see Hero going for the old hatch first play, and there it is, hatch first out of the Zerg player, scouting with an SCV. Is Mr. Light. For some reason showing up as Arrow's deck right now. I don't know. There are so many Smurf accounts, you guys, for Brood War players. If you look at the Smurf list, Brood War players have like 8, 9, 10 different names sometimes. It's crazy. It really is. Oh, was the drone going to try to throw a third hatch up there, or scouting? Probably scouting on this 4-player map. So recognize if the SCV came from down in this bottom right-hand corner, the base is not in the top right. The base is going to be in the bottom right. Very intelligent. Mr. Hero, well done, Zerg player. Indeed. I did figure out how to get rid of this. See how that was kind of in the way before? It's gone now. It's gone now, and it can bring back this just with a simple press of the W. So the stuff you learn, and that interface, replay interface, once you've been doing it enough. Alright, so scouting around, not going to see anything too untoward. The spawning pool is not even done for Hero. There's no extractor taken either. And drone trying to get in here and see, is there a base? By golly, there is. Did Scout, I think, caught the construction of that base. So it's not a 1-base opening here from Light, not too surprising. Most of the games that I cast are gonna be of the longer variety, although I did cast a good best of 5 between Jaedong and Pure. If you missed that, it was last week, exactly a week ago from today. Go back and watch it, because it was an amazing, amazing best of 5 between 2 players who are just at the top of their game in the StarCraft Brood War universe. Really good back and forth stuff, really good different strategies shown each time too. But it was PvZ, and I figured it's time for a TVZ, since I think last week was PvT and PvZ. So yeah, TVZ time for sure. Trying to mix it up. Trying to mix it up a tiny, tiny bit. I am considering doing a ZVZ for next week, though, just because I haven't done one of those yet, as these lings do chase this SCV away. And I have received some requests for ZVZ, a high-level ZVZ in the StarCraft Brood War Remastered, which, fair enough. Let's do this thing. Let's see how it's going to work out on the channel. Mirror matchups don't generally get as much attention as the other ones as far as views go, but you know what? Having a good variety of matchups is also very important to me as somebody who's supplying the casts for y'all. Look at this. Look at this guy. This SCV. He's juking so well. He's still alive, mind you. Super alive. Not even down past 50% of his health. The macro hatch is scouted. I think he probably had a good idea that that was happening already, and a factory in production for the Terran player back home. Metabolic boost on the way, as not betamolic boosts, as I believe I called it in a cast last week, somebody pointed out hilariously. Metabolic boost for metabolism. That's what the science has taught me. So the drone scouts around. Still no third base yet. Oh, SCV does get picked off here at the top of the ramp by these lings. And what are we pushing with? Got some Marines. The Marines think about going out, but then they see the increased ling count and say, huh? No, this is not a standard 3-base opener from Hero, so he has a little bit bigger number of lings than usual. They do have the speed upgrade, which means they can close the distance to these Marines exceptionally well. Where are these guys going? Hey, Zerglings, where are you going? I guess just taking different paths so that the scouting cannot reveal the fact that there are this many lings coming up across the map this early in the game. Spire on the way too. Oh, it's a 2-base Muta opening. Of course it is. Of course it's the 2-base Muta opening here. So here we go. I don't know. That's a good number of Marines here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Marines and a line here walling off so the lings can't get a run by. Are you... Yeah, I don't think you can go in there, lings. I know you kind of want to. I get it. But you can't. You can't do it. That's a nice wall. You don't have the numbers. You have a good number, right? Whoa! The ling flood, though. All right, that gets a little bit more interesting. A little bit more interesting than this handful of 8 lings. We have another good, man, 10, 12 more on the way here. This is going to be an interesting hold from Light if he can, in fact, hold it without taking too much damage. Because these lings are trying to buy some time for those mutas to get out here. He's got 800 gas in the bank already. Going to be able to make 8 mutas pretty much the instant that Spire finishes, which is going to be very, very soon. Is he going to wait for it? Is he just trying to keep Light inside his base? I don't know, man. This is a lot of lings to accomplish nothing. 7 mutas on the way immediately. There's your 8. There is your 8. Even 9 going to be possible here. Is he going to make 1 more? Yes. 9 mutalisks. And this number of lings is going to tell Light that he needs some anti-air pretty much immediately. You don't make this many lings and fail to make mutalisks too, because where's your gas going, right? Where are you spending your gas if you're making this many Zerglings? The answer is, oh, it's a Valkyrie and missile turrets. Ooh, I like this response from Light very, very much. Valkyries were introduced in the Brood War expansion for the original StarCraft, specifically to deal with mutas, because Terran did not have really a very good anti-air splash defense of mutalisk. Man, has he lost a single ling yet? I don't think Hero's lost a single Zergling yet. That's kind of impressive. That's kind of stupid impressive. Anyway, there was no way to deal with mutas. Early vanilla StarCraft was just, it was real tough for Terran. You didn't have medics. You couldn't heal up from the damage you took from stim. Couldn't heal up from anything, period. And then mutas just caused you problems all the livelong day. Good positioning by the Marines here, though. Marines. Oh, losing an SCV, but the Valkyries are here. I love that attack. That's one of my favorite visuals in all of StarCraft Brood War, is that attack from the Valkyries. It's just partial to the color blue, I think, is part of it. But look how cool it is. It's just kind of smoky and electricity, and dang, those things hit hard. Really, really hard. All right, so the lings decide to go back home. The mutas are flying back home here, too. It's going to be a ling muta defense against a Marine Valkyrie attack here. The Marines do have stim. They've almost got range, and they're going to have +1 attack pretty soon here, too. They also have the medic support, which is exactly what you want in this particular situation if you happen to be the Terran player. All right, are we going for it? Wow, Muta's going for it, man. The Scourge trying to finish off the Valkyries. All the Valkyries are gone. Look at Hero holding this attack off in the middle of the map like a boss. And he does manage to win that one. Running for his life is this one Marine. He is stimmed, but his drugs are running out, and he's dead. He knows. Yeah, completely dead there. Oh, a handful of Marines trying to hold here too. Was there a medic down here? Oh, they were too slow. They were too darn slow. All right, so good contained setup here. No sign of a third base, actually from both players. I had to sacrifice that third base to go for this Mutaflog. No missile turret for you down here, Light says Hero. Forcing the missile turret to be exploded there too. Missile turret gets a nice shot off there. Scourge do take down the Valkyrie. Nice control by Hero, actually. Dead impressive. And the Mutas are contenting themselves with just taking down this supply depot. Another Valkyrie, though. And the Mutas don't want anything to do with that. Let's see how their health is. Oh, yeah, look at how low health these guys are. Good call. Good call getting the heck on out. Still no third base. Wait, just kidding. Third base coming in just now-ish on the bottom left-hand corner for Hero. For some reason, I was expecting it in the top right. I'm not entirely sure why. Valkyrie production continuing here from Light. Our Zerg player, on the other hand, already has a Queen's Nest. Are you kidding? Is he going hive? He's going hive. His hive's almost done. Is it almost done? No. Well, kind of. Kind of. 2/3 of the way. 2/3 of the way complete. Lurkers already in production. Amazing display of micro and macro and multitasking from our Zerg player to tech up to hive while doing this Muta-Ling stuff and getting lurkers. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous what we're seeing here. Valkyrie making quick work of yet another Overlord. They're better, right, against clumps of units. Their single target attacks aren't incredible, but I don't know, it works. It's damage. It'll get there eventually, especially with some Marine support. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Are the Overlord... Oh, actually, already supply blocked is the hero here. And Scourge trying to get revenge. Nice juke, keeping that Valkyrie alive with the Marines onto the ground. More Valkyrie attacks on these Overlords. Still severely supply blocked as hero. It's 75 out of 52 available supply. He can't make units until these 5 Overlords he's making pops. They're close. They're close to finishing though, so should work out for him just fine. Muta's flying down in this bottom left-hand corner to see what's going on. Consume being researched by hero. He's got a Nidus Canal coming up too. And Light really needs to make something happen, I feel like. He's kind of been on the back foot. He really hasn't been able to put any damage, any pain onto hero yet. He's, I think, decisively lost the one major engagement that they had. And is he going home? Oh, I thought he was in a great position to keep pushing here. +1 attack on those guys. Scourge Muta's accidentally flying over these Marines. Not where you want to be. If it happen to be a Mutaflock. I mean, Mutaflock, you're good, but there are certain things you don't want to do. Vultures, are we transitioning straight into mech here? Yeah, 2 factories in production right now for Light. So that transition out of the bio seems to be happening. Well, maybe he's kind of just... maybe he's just mixing. As there is infantry armor being researched too. If you're going to move out of bio, you don't really bother with further upgrades for your bio. But Muta's just trying to pick at the periphery here. More Overlords dead. This is a pretty big, scary army out of Light. You going to go for it? Yeah, he's burrowing some spider mines here. Just kind of hanging out a little bit. And then decides to push... I guess he's gonna... Any reinforcements that try to come up and help are gonna die. Yeah, Lurker's at the top of the ramp. That's gonna be a hard thing to break for the Terran player for sure. Oh, Mutas. Several Mutas going down there. Wow! The entire Mutaflock is destroyed in a matter of seconds by Light. That was a nice pickup. He needed that. He needed that so bad. Scourge trying to find more purchase, trying to find more targets to attack in those Valkyries. Be interesting if Scourge could kind of dive bomb ground units in moments of stress. Maybe do less damage, but if you needed them to kill a vulture or a tank or something, they could. That'd be interesting. Yeah, Zergling's kind of running down here and just absorbing the shots because, so what? 1 spider mine? Oh, look at all of those spider mines going on that 1 Zergling. That was incredibly cost efficient out of hero. Excellent, excellent job. I mean, I was going to say spider mines are free, but not really because you don't, I mean... The vultures can't make them again. They can't regenerate them. Once they've made their 3, they're done. Defiler's already in production here for the hero. We're going to have the Dark Swarm. We're going to have the Lurkers. We already do have the Lurkers. We have that endgame composition that hero is trying to go for here. 3rd base in construction in the top right-hand corner for Light Marines. Running down. They got that +1/+1. I want to say they do. Almost do. Yeah, that infantry armor is just about complete here. And the Valkyries have been getting upgrades as well. Are they not? No, they're not. Nope. Nope, they're not. Valkyries finding another Overlord. Look at just the explosions surrounding that guy as he's exploded there. Oh, attacking into these Lurkers. I don't know if that's a great idea, especially not with some Zergling support here. The Zergling sitting on 0/0 themselves. Guess we're spending most of our money on muscular augments. And is that speed? Yeah, pneumatized carapace, faster Overlord movement here. So suddenly the map is mostly white. We've got spider mines everywhere. 3rd base has been set up quite nicely. 4th base landing for the Terran player on the right side too. So it's going to be 4 base to 4 base as this 4th is morphing in along the left side too. For our... yeah, 4 base to 4 base. What am I... Okay, this one hasn't been taken. There we go. Yeah, a little bit sick, a little bit under the weather today, but hopefully you guys are bearing with me anyway. I haven't said anything too insane to this point. Fairly sure I haven't called anything by its StarCraft 2 name anyway, but I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments if that's what happens. Alright, Scourge over here, this is bait. This Overlord is bait. Why don't you come take it down, this Overlord, Valkyrie? We won't try to kill you for it, not at all. Nope, is that Scouting Barracks? Yep, Scouting Barracks irradiate. In production for Light here too. It's just a core staple ability of a Terran and a TVZ. Of a Terran? I almost said. Of a Terran. Just finished up Barry on HBO. It's Bill Hader's in it. It's pretty good. Pretty kind of a dark comedy action sort of a thing. Kind of reminded me of Breaking Bad a little bit, if you're interested in that. I'd recommend it without spoiling too much. But yeah, I finished that up today right before I cast this. Overlord scouting around. Hydralisks saying, oh, I think we can handle this. Hydras are looking good with their +1/+1 and their muscular augments. And their range upgrade here too. Valkyries just, man, so many Overlords have died to Valkyries. Well, but don't fly over the Plague catching that guy too. Don't fly over the Hydralisks. Not ideal. Maybe high ground. There's Consume. What are you going to toss down? There we go. Dark Swarm. These Hydras are going to have a much better time from inside the Dark Swarm versus stuff outside the Dark Swarm. But guess what? Splash damage is not affected. Spider-Mine's getting rolled under there too. Fantastic play. Another Dark Swarm trying to keep this hatchery. Morphing in. Amazing. Just amazing Plague on several of those Vultures though. Hydra's going to be able to pick these guys off easy if they decide to stay and fight. By golly, they do. They're all dead. Defiler can take a lot of credit for that victory of those Hydralisks. Wow. Scouting barracks gone. And pulling back a little bit here is Light. He tried to kill this base, tried to kill this 5th base location just outside of his main for Hero, but nope. Meanwhile, Hydras decide to go for the counter attack, and they have the range to handle the Spider Mines. It's like the range upgrade for Dragoons. Same thing. I hear those tanks getting set up, though. And the tanks are a death sentence for those Hydras. They don't really want to go in there unless they have Dark Swarm coverage. And they sort of do. Where are you, Defiler? Defiler. There you are. You're doing just fine. Just wonderfully fine. An engineering bay? I want to say that was an engineering bay that just got killed there too. Strangely enough. Vultures joining the party. Just going to be more tanks, more Vultures, more Spider Mines, more missile turrets for Light here, sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Looking real good here against the 5-base economy of the Zerg 2. Hydra is trying to clear out any white on their side of the map. Any of Light stuff needs to go. Multiple barracks have died now to these Hydralisks. Working on further upgrades for those guys. Missile attacks is being researched for level 2, but not quite there yet. Is that Metasynaptic node? No, that's Queen energy. Is he making Queens? What? This is insane. All right, pushing in here. Hydras trying to go for the thing, burrowing the lurkers in, but there is detection because of these missile turrets. No Dark Swarm at all. Yeah, I don't think you can engage here without the Dark Swarm, man. Lurkers are baiting some of the Marines to their own deaths. But it's not looking good. It is not looking good for Hero here. Where the heck are his Defilers? Tanks, major problem with their +2 attack. Just extremely scary. And EMP being researched by Light 2. Man, a lot of upgrades you don't often see in a TVZ today. Be interested to see if Queens actually make an appearance or not. He's still working on that upgrade. I have not seen that upgrade taken in a TVZ that I've cast on this channel. Zero of those. Alright, Hydra's coming from the south to the north. We're pretty much split right down the middle here. We've got ourselves a bit of a Maginot line that nobody is willing to cross at this point. It is literally just right down the middle. This reminds me more of a TVT than a TVZ. But the players are set up in positions where they can attack if necessary. Taking some high ground up here is Hero. Couple medics walking into the fray. I'm not sure, maybe just to free up some supply there. Dark Swarm comes up, but there's nothing in the Dark Swarm. What the heck was that? I don't know, but those Vultures just sniped a Defiler. That was beautiful. Out of Light. Vultures are so dead fast. Zerglings trying to help here. And you know what? Vulture trying to get some stuff done, but nope. That Sunken Colony assisting there quite well, too. What the heck are these drones? Oh, they're transferring down to this base. It's going to be a 6th base for the Zerg player along the left side. Alright. Oh, there is a Lurker under this Dark Swarm. Good job, Lurker. Way to be the only guy under the Dark Swarm. Several Lurkers down here, too. But there it is, splash damage. Splash damage, making it happen for Light. Irradiate, catching one of these Hydralisks. Oh, the Defiler, rather. Nicely done. Yeah, the Hydras are trying to find a place to go, but the tanks are just not allowing it. Just absolutely not allowing it to happen here. Upgrades +2/+2 now. Hydras suiciding their way on in to this top right-hand side. I don't know. I feel like Light's control is just better right now. I just feel like he's in a better position. The Dark Swarm Hydra stuff hasn't been all that great. The tank count's actually insane. Where the heck did you guys come from? Doing stuff? I guess irradiating overlords to cause damage. To those drones. Got the Goliaths with the Terran booster upgrade too. This is looking great. 11 queens in production though. Is he just going to remove this tank line? I feel like that's what he's going to try to do. Because he can spawn broodlings on the tanks. Spawn broodlings on the tanks and instantly kill them and turn them into little Zerg units, which is really a strong ability. Doesn't have much of a place apparently in most TVZs, as I haven't seen it all that much. Man, Light is just so methodical right now. So methodical. Look at this tank. Is this in range of this hatchery? Oh, Zerglings coming out of that hatch immediately killed. Another base up north here. He's trying to make it happen here. Drones trying to transfer up to this north base too, but there are tanks following them. Lurkers trying to defend, but they're getting burned out of the ground there. Exploded out of the ground, if you will. Hero is like, he's waiting. He's waiting for something. Is he waiting for his queens to have enough energy to do what they need to do? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about this. Oh, look at the evac. Look at the evac on those drones. Trying to got a couple of them out of there. This hatch ends up falling, so we're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. 6 bases now for the Zerg player. This main base of Light is just a humming production economy right now. He has a lot of stuff going on. He's patrolling his top base location too. Setting up on this high ground with his tanks is Light. And that's going to be it. I just don't see where Hero can make this work. Okay, there we go. There's the Broodling ability. Trying to whittle this tank count down, but there are so many. There are still so many tanks. It was an attempt by Hero here. There's the Dark Swarm. There's the Dark Swarm. The Scourge trying to take down these science vessels. Alright, took down a couple of them there. Queen's taking a lot of damage from that Irradiate, but not enough to kill them straight up. But this middle base along the left side is going to fall from Hero unless... Oh, maybe some Lings can get out here. Okay, we can quite make them out through the Dark Swarm. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh! Not outside the minimum attack range of that one. Lings and Hydras trying to do with this tank count, but they're just... Every volley takes out several of these Zerg units, +3 attack on those dudes. It's 190 to 170 total supply, making 10 more Lings, 10 more Zerglings, working on melee attack upgrades, which he hasn't really had much of. I want to say, yeah, no attack upgrades at all on these Lings. Nice defensive matrix. Oh, on a tank that died? That was actually kind of strange. All right, going for it here. Dark Swarm, exactly what you need here. Haven't seen enough of the Dark Swarm, if I'm going to be honest with you here. So this attack in this bottom left-hand corner by Light is going to be repelled, as this Lurker slowly gonna... Nope. We'll force that tank to retreat anyway. Nice Irradiate in that location. Another tank with 6 kills. Gonna get taken down by slow attack Zerglings. Adrenal Glands finally on the way here for our Zerg player Hero. But he is not giving up yet. 15 Hydras in production, working on melee attack for the Lings. This methodical, slow push approach by Light seems to be working pretty darn well. Although, making a bit of a comeback here is the Hero. He's got Lings, he's got Hydras pushing up, he's got Lings trying to get inside this base along the right side, but no, not going to happen. Hydra's clearing out Spider Mines. Hydra's chasing down tanks. They do have the +3 upgrades. A fully upgraded Hydra's man can kind of stand on their own here. More Broodlings! More spawn Broodlings on these tanks, but I feel like the tank count is still pretty dumb high for Light. Although, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe this is it. Are there only 6, do you think? Well, maybe 5. Maybe 5 from these queens. I am so happy to see this queen ability that we have not seen before today. All right, Hydra's marching up here. Tanks left alone behind. They can't move while they are sieged. More spawn broodling attacks on Hero. Is he going to win this thing on the back of the spawn broodling attack? I can't even fathom it. There's still several tanks up here in the north, though. Several down here, too. That's going to be a total of, gee, 5? 9 of them. 9 fully upgraded tanks. Got several along this top side here, too. So as many tanks as you want to broodling. 6 more queens in production. 6 more. I just don't think you can engage on the ground right now. Fully upgraded tanks everywhere. The attack was stopped short of actually killing a base of Lights. And Light has killed several bases. Okay, 2. 2 bases of his opponents. Alright, Vulture's trying to sneak on in. Nope. Did not happen. Hydra's, catching a spider mine to the back of the face there. Back of the face? Back of the head? Back of the tail? On the tail? There's things we can do here. Lurker getting focused down by Vultures. Fully upgraded Vultures, man, are actually not a joke. Pretty good. More Overlords getting destroyed here, too. Overlords trying to sneak their way on over here, but look at the stutter step action by these Goliaths, pulling back to the safety of their tanks, hold positioning his Lurkers, or his Hydras, rather, so they don't actually walk into that tank line. And we've got our Science Vessels, too. 5 kills. I mean, yeah, just looking great. Looking fantastic. Trying to find things to irradiate, if at all Terranly possible. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Ultras, though, against fully upgraded tanks, it's just not going to work. Just not going to work at all. Maxed out are both players right now. So Hero, thinking about it. Queens, bam, 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 thinning the tank count out again, taking an irradiate in the process. But just still too many tanks remaining, I feel like. The Hydras think about attacking, but then decide not to, once several of them have been blown up in the process. There's a spawn broodling. There's another spawn broodling. 2 kills, 2 kills. The thing about Queens are they can come back with more energy and do stuff later. Scourge, once they've killed something, are gone. You have to remake them to take resources. So Queen Spellcasters, pretty good in this situation. I just don't know that it's going to be enough, is the thing. Here we go. Zerg Swarm attacking in from all angles. Defensive Matrix on one of these tanks, taking a lot of damage, absorbing a lot of damage here too. Lings do have the Adrenal Glands upgrade, which allows them to kill these tanks a lot more faster than they previously were. Some Vultures coming in, laying the Spider Mines, trying to put a buffer in between these Hydras and these tanks and these Goliaths. It is an attempt, but I don't think it's going to work for Hero. And yes, he is forced to retreat here. Too many tanks remaining, immediately making 6 more siege tanks to replace one that he's lost so far from Light. Taking this north base is Light too, just no big deal. This is where a Zerg player happened to be. Oh, spawn broodling on a tank, but losing Queens in the process. These Goliaths really take down Queens quickly. And so far, so good from Light. He's taken some serious counterpunches from Hero in this game, but has managed to make it work. That's just a bad rally. I don't know what these Hydras are trying to do, but they are all dead. They are all completely dead. 12 more Hydras in production for the Zerg player. Another barracks dead? How many barracks were there previously? Broodlings. Trying to do stuff up here in the north. The Marines are not going to allow that. Buckaroo. They're +1/+1 Marines, thank you very much. Although these Hydras might have something to say about that. Maybe infest. Oh, could you infest that command center, please? Please, Queen? I'd like to see you do that. Another attack through the middle of the map here. Dark Swarm, allowing these Hydras to stand in, but the splash damage is too good. Just too good on those tanks. So this command center is just going to die. Not going to bother infesting it, sadly. But the push from the left to the right side, Queens just taking shots all over the place from these Goliaths. And I don't see Hero coming back from this thing. He's got an attack coming from the south. He's trying to engage here with just Hydra against these tanks. It's just not enough. There are 2. Look at this line of tanks. Look at them. Look at them in the shape of a backwards L. Yeah, that might be it. Some Hydras trying to come up in this top right-hand corner, but there are just tanks everywhere. Vultures everywhere, too. Goliaths at this point just straight up engage with the Hydralisks. Hero's ability of Dark Swarm is just not working for him. His macro is amazing, Let's not question his macro, but I just don't see the Dark Swarm micro that you need to win a game like this from Light. 30 minutes on this thing. Holy cannoli. Alright, trying to come to the high ground. Attacking into the high ground is never a good idea if you're a Zerg player. Broodling, broodling, broodling on the tanks, but guess how many tanks are still remaining? 8. There are still fully upgraded 8 tanks here. Hydra's trying to come from the top side and clear this thing out too, but just Hydralisk. Defensive matrix on all the tanks? No, but 4 of them. And that might be all she wrote here from Hero. It's 179 to 112. Total supply. Another hatchery is going to die. The macro hatches I love from Hero, but they are absolutely under assault here. Queens, bruh, bruh. The Broodling's actually going to kill these tanks. +3, +2, man. Look at them upgrades. Okay, so he actually breaks this. But guess what's in production? 7 more tanks and 5 more Goliaths from Light. He has a pretty darn good bank just waiting for a situation like this. So manages to save these bases somehow. Bottom section been taken by Light too. Small engagement. Yo! Big time spider mine hit. Wow. What was that? 7 Hydras got killed by those spider mines. Another engagement. Broodlings cleaning out these tanks. Hydralings getting on top of your stuff here too. Hero needs to win about 8 more of these engagements to have a hope in winning this game. The Hydras really should be focusing on those science vessels, but I understand they're focused on the stuff on the ground right now. And that's it. That's your good game out of Hero. He's down 164 to 106 total supply. He's got effectively 1 mining base here. Decided it was time to go. And Light, man, just enough tanks. Enough tanks. Enough great control. Great irradiates. Good defensive matrix from those science vessels, too. Never lost a base either. Did he lose? Oh, he did lose this one. He lost his base in the north. Okay, but every other base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases he kept and held the entire game. Just dead impressive. Dead impressive from him. So let's check out these final stats. 1,004 units produced by Hero. Like I said, his macro was insane. Guess how many were produced by Light? 574. That was at half the units produced, but he killed more than twice as many as Hero was able to. 817 to 333. And then resources, fairly even across the board here. Hero spent more resources, obviously, to make that many units, but the cost efficiency right here is where our friend Light won the battle. So, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft 2. StarCraft Brood War Remastered replay. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.